Dance, Mud. Dance, dance. Good boy. Okay, guys, this is a fun, easy op art drawing. You guys can follow along. I'm going to start with a ruler. I'm going to find the center of our paper. Again, on this one, I used an 8x8 size paper. So I just basically cut a regular paper because sometimes it's easier to use a perfect square. So I'm going to use my compass, come out towards the end of my paper, make my circle like that, add another line right here, and another line right here. Now, watch what I'm going to do, and then I'll pause it when we start going. I'm just going to start in this corner, and you can use a ruler if you like. I'm not going to use a ruler though, just draw really straight. And I'm going to do it straight with a Sharpie so I don't have to go back over. I'll have to go back over all these lines with a Sharpie. But I am just going to draw a straight line, Sharpie that works, to there. You notice my line's not perfect? It's okay. Now I'm going to go there. In that same corner, there. Same corner. Same corner. And this is just a rough estimate. It's making it look like it's kind of weaving. If it helps you, you can kind of just look for the point at which it's going to end. Oops, try not to make your line go long. And as I get to the end, the last one, I'm just going to kind of fold a little bit. This, and I'm just going to kind of fold a little bit. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each one is going to get 6 lines. So I'm going to go to the next side. I'm going to go ahead, make this one straight. I'll go ahead and make this one straight. Alright, I'm going to be shooting to go kind of right about here. So, 1, this is going to be right about here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you get my final ones. 11, kind of bend. 12. All right. Now I'm going to do the next one. Try to keep my line straight. Okay. Again, my first line. 1. Second line. 2. And I'm going to keep doing that. So keep doing that all the way around the edges. You can see I'm getting further, just doing the same sort of thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't forget this line. This line. These lines need to be more together. Okay, keep going. Last one. Same sort of idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can see that one I didn't do very good. The rest were okay, but it's okay. Now, erase all your lines. Even with Sharpie, you have to give it a minute to dry, so I'll do that side last. I messed up a little because, oops, don't do that. Right here, I drew the line all the way through, but that's okay. So anywhere that has lines, I'm going to get rid of those. And, okay, now we're going to color. I have these sort of markers that I'm going to use. They're not necessarily fantastic or anything, but they're just, oops, that's not on all the way. But they're good coloring markers. You can try any kind of markers that you want. Regular markers work. I would probably use markers or colored pencils for this one. Crayons, oil pastels, chalk pastels might get a little messy. Watercolor might be fun. So I'll start coloring it, and then I will let you guys see it when it's done. There's my first layering of colors. I'm going to do my next layer now. As I'm doing this, these markers, they're pretty nice because I can use the sharp point to kind of outline it where I want it to go. And then I use the brush to fill it in so it goes a lot faster. I'm going to do my colors in a reverse color spectrum, so Roy G. Biv but backwards. So I don't really have the blue, violet, indigo, skip the blue, and then Roy G. Biv green. You guys got it. Working on my green. You can see I'm trying to kind of figure out my pattern. I think I might do blue on this side and go the reverse there. So we'll see. Okay, so I messed up on this one and I want to show you so you guys don't do the same thing. So what I did is right here, I messed up on the coloring. I wasn't sure, and so I tried one thing and I really didn't like it. So what I should have done is, see how I colored this one right here? Colored this one purple. And that one should have been blue, like this. And then it all turns out to be nice. So I need to finish coloring these blue. But this one, I colored it purple instead, and then it messed up all these. So this section's messed up. So when you are coloring, pay attention to what I did so that you guys don't make the same mistake. So the one star is the one color, and then the next color goes on both sides all the way down. So I'll keep going and you can see it in a second. Okay, so look what I'm going to do after looking at this. I'm going to add just one line. That's the Sharpie that doesn't work. One line on this side, one more, because I want it to end in a certain coloring way. So one side is going to have 6 and the other side is going to have 7. Now, you may not need that depending on how you decided to color, because I'm going to end with purple and then fill in the rest of the circle with blue. I want to add one more. And now I'm going to fill that in with purple, like this. And then I'm going to put blue right there. So I'll show you in a second. Okay, so there's my completed star. You can't really see where my mistake is at. It's this little section right here. But other than that, it looks fantastic. I'm going to make one more. I'm not going to have you guys sit and watch me. I wanted you to see this one so you can see that, hey, even art teachers make mistakes. So I'm going to do another one, and I will show it at the very end of the video. I might use a thicker Sharpie. I might use my black pen like this because I might like the black lines thicker. I don't know. I'm going to try both ways and see what I like best. So I'll let you guys know when I'm done. Okay, this one that I've started, it's kind of funny because it's turning out totally different. Instead of doing 12, for some reason, I only ended up with 8, and then I'm adding the odd one, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'll add that odd one, 9. It has a little bit more of a curve. I still have to copy my lines. I'll do that at the end so you can see it in just a second. I'm also using a thicker marker instead of the thin Sharpie. Now while you're doing this, as I was doing mine, I didn't do any of the inside lines, and look, that might be a cool thing to do. Instead of drawing the inside lines, to start coloring it like this and going out. So just something to think about. I ended up drawing all the lines, and I actually like it with the thicker Sharpie. I'm going to get rid of a couple of pencil lines that I'm still seeing because we don't want any of those. And now I'm going to start coloring. Note to self, don't use alcohol-based markers on a mat that's covered in Sharpie because it goes through. Okay, I'm going to do this again because I've learned some other things. I'm going to use Sharpie right here for the black because this one is bleeding. I am going to use these markers upstairs so that I do not have this Sharpie down here that is bleeding. And I will just post a picture at the end of it when it's done. But you guys try it, have fun. I'm enjoying myself, and you guys have a good time.